Yo, guys, I'm back. Yes, it's been a while. Don't watch that. You know what? I was watching some old videos that I did ages ago, and I just got the urge to come back, and here I am. But I'm not really trying to bore you with my life story, so I'm just gonna get into it. I was reading this post on Tumblr about like the stuff they didn't teach us in school or stuff that should be taught in school, and I just realized like, no, the education system's a mess. I mean, let's be frank, like everything that they teach you, majority of what they teach you, you can go Wikipedia, and I don't even rate Wikipedia, but you can go Wikipedia and learn. So let me ask you, what did you learn? And I'm focusing on year 7 to 11. What did you learn that is useful to you today, as in now, as in you're watching me, and I want you to sit there and think, what was useful then that I'm using now? Don't worry, I'll wait. Let me just answer for you, not a lot. You didn't learn jack. 3/4, if not all of what they taught you, all of what you need to know, you learn it outside of school. You don't learn it in school. And I think that's kind of, how to put it, messed up. Pythagoras theorem, air. The battle of, I don't really give a damn, leave it. Rocks, meanders, erosion, air. Simultaneous equations. I used that yesterday, lies. Algebra. I mean, come on guys, like, I could go all day. I'm gonna keep going actually. AQA anthology poetry, post 19, who gives a damn, wartime poetry. I mean, history was so dead too. I mean, the only thing that was interesting in history was watching Roots and watching all the white people in class, seeing if they bust even up a little bit of a smile, just jumping on them for it. But if I wanted to learn about the history of this or the history of that, you could just type it into Google these days. Even back in the day, you could just Google that and find out about it. You know, rather than spending months and months and months doing some tests at the end for something you don't actually give two hoots about. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. The only thing I should have rated in school was languages. I mean, French, German, Spanish, those could have been useful today if I paid a bit more attention. I did French and I got that solid C, you know, je suis Paul. I know we used to have some of them citizenship classes, but they weren't really useful. I mean, come on now, like, I learned one little thing about nothing. Absolutely nothing. I couldn't even tell you. I was trying to, think of something and I couldn't. But anyway, what about the practical things that we should have learned? The things that would make our day-to-day life easier. They didn't teach us how to vote. They didn't really teach us about political parties. But then when young people don't vote, we get cussed in the papers, we get cussed in the media, cussed everywhere for being apathetic, for not being involved. But I mean, you could count the amount of times the name of the Prime Minister was mentioned in school. Nobody told me how tax works, or the different bands, what kind of tax system we have, because obviously when I'm older, I'm not going to get taxed on my pay salary, am I? They didn't teach us how to buy a house, they didn't teach us about mortgages and the process, because obviously I'm just going to live in a box. Loans, debts, interest rates, how to save, different type of savings account. I mean, all of this stuff is relevant, all this stuff is important, but yet they're teaching us all this unimportant stuff that I have not used today. So why are they still teaching us? It's so outdated, it's actually infuriating. I mean, if it was me personally, I got my kids with me and they come home, and if they said, yo, you know what, Dad, I learned today, I learned how to take out a loan if I ever need one in the future. And they're gonna be like, wow. Not come home and say, oh, today I learned about, simultaneous equations. I mean, you're gonna say, yeah, well done, you got a smart kid, but they're teaching us just how to get A's and B's and C's. Obviously, anything below that's a bit leave it. But they ain't teaching us how to, how to do important stuff. I'm telling you, if they taught us guys and girls and everyone about loans and stuff like that and bad credit, not so many guys would have done ACs, They would have been like, ooh, is it really worth this 10 bags to go and, ruin my credit history? Because some guys are still coming back on that. I've heard some stories. Like, some people might argue that we were young and do you really need to know that at this age? But did we really need to know the other stuff at that age? Because it hasn't helped me. I mean, when was the last time you went out and used Pythagoras theorem? Tell me please, because I'd actually want to know how to use it in every day-to-day life. You get to a point in life where you're like, right, like, you're kind of embarrassed because you don't know some things. You're almost like, oh wow, like, I didn't know about credit cards, or how to pay back the interest on it and stuff like that. And someone will bring you, or you'll go and find out yourself. But would it really be that bad if school had just given you even a little bit of information about it, just so oh, I know a little bit, that, oh, I remember from this day, like, oh yeah, they said this. No, you don't get that. You don't get one bit. Yeah, it's no life or death situation, but it wouldn't hurt to find these things out from early. I mean, it would make for probably a better economy and not people just jumping into rubbish or doing rubbish because they don't know any better. Anyway, guys, I invite you to comment. Let me know what you think. You know, I'm just one guy with a couple opinions. So if you got any other stuff that you think we should have learned that we didn't, drop a comment, hit me up, let me know what you think. Let's converse, you know what I mean? And this has been, for the first time in a long time, Thoughts of a Tall Man. Check you guys later.